Hello, hello, hello. Check.
Mic testing 1 2 3. 1 2 3. Mic testing 1 2 3.
Good morning, everyone. Sandeep? It's my pleasure to have you all here. We hope to have quite a few others as well. I think Saturday is picking up, okay? But as a matter of fact, I think that's the day we start with a dream. So maybe you start in a drawing room or somewhere you're driving, you get a brainwave that you need to do something. I think that takes its own gestation period to really materialize where it has to go. Hopefully, this journey also will go like that. So that's a hope. I thought I'll just take a few minutes, introduce you guys to the day's proceedings the way it has been planned, and also actually walk you through a little more steps of what we think we can do this day. Okay? Uh, First of all, thank you all. Thank you, all of you, everyone. We call Dreamer Doers the guys who actually make things happen, right? Thanks, all of you. Thanks, Catalyst, in terms of people who actually make it work for everybody else as well. I think that's the second thank you, which is very important. The third thank you is actually for ambassadors, as we call, people who actually make sure that these things reach where it has to reach. So I would like to start with the note on thank you. A few guys I actually want to mention to really start up with. As I said, in the ambassadors category, there are a few guys who actually worked very hard to put this together. I think some of them have pestered you also as speakers and as cast leads, etc., to really come forward, share your thoughts and everything else. And these are that are remarkable guys. So you will see all these guys, maybe at least the top two rows today. You can reach out to them any point in time on anything that you actually would like to do today. It's Aniruddha, Ashok, Avinash, Chinmay, Karthik, Kritika, Satya. So I don't think this could have happened to whatever extent we could do without these guys actually being there and actually making it work. And the two other guys who actually made it happen who are not here today, one is Ilan, another one is Sheila. Sheila's in Dubai. So these two guys actually were pushing us to really do. We've been doing these things for many years. I said, okay, let's bring to a platform where it is actually meaningful for everybody to connect. Slowly, I think it will build up on its own. So these are the guys who actually brought this together for all of us here. What is in store? The way we actually planned this, at least 60% of the day is all about experience of some of the dreamer doers, how they have done whatever they have done, what they intend to do, and what is the experience they're creating for everybody else to go forward with it. So I think the day will actually have at least 60% of experience part of it. 35% we said is insights. When you actually put all the dreamers doers together or a set of them on a panel, you get to see a lot of other insights that will come that may not come as an individual person who actually presenting their dream and how they did the dream part of it, right? So that is about the 35%. And the 25% at least, if not more, we want that to be networking amongst everybody out here because I think there are a lot of common interest people. A lot many things can happen what we would not have thought would happen any other time. So I think that's a part of it. If you sum it up, definitely it is not 100. It's much more than that. Because that's a value we believe that when people come together, maths definitely will fail. The result is what is important than the mathematical correction of it. So it's not 100%, much more than that. That is the primary purpose. This is what you're going to see. More and more, as I said, we are just a host incidentally. But it's your show, it's our show, so that it actually becomes useful for every one of us. And as we said, most of these things, or more or less everything, will be even recorded and valuable for any other dreamer doer across the world who would like to really make use of this and connect to it. So I don't think any minute we spend here, you share it with us, you share it with everybody else, it's going to go waste. So that much we can definitely convince ourselves that, okay, this is going to be a useful effort of whatever minute we put out here. So it's your show, it's our show. Let's make best use of this one. What do you have in the day? It's a little packed schedule. Already we're starting a little late, but I guess we'll actually make it up. It's actually covered in the two kind of three. The format is as follows. We'll have individual dreamer doers come and talk about either what they're doing, their enterprise, how they went about doing it, what can you really expect out of them, and how can you really connect with them, or at least help them succeed further, or they helping you succeed further. So that's the primary initial individual tracks that will go on. And after that, we have a panel. The panel will be moderated, will be around the topic what you saw by the individual track, team doers, and at the same time covering a few more insights that are critical for everybody else to really look at it. So we feel it's good to have one-way talk when an individual is talking, and the moderation and the question answers we'll reserve it for the panel itself, so that it actually becomes a flow. We look at the show, we come forward, have a conversation, and have question answers around it, and maybe just after each of the tracks, you actually have a break out here, which is a tea break or a lunch break. So tea and lunch, everything is organized. Feel free to have it. Come over, let's go to the next track of it, so that the story continues that way. So this is in 4 elements of them. As you have seen, the agenda sheets are with you, or it is displayed as well. But primarily, a talk, a power talk, panel, and then any networking that you would like to go with. So that's the primary format we are following. This is what drove us to do this, right? So I think the way is not just the sky. Primarily, the way is in the heart. That's why we're all here. And I think we'll have more and more people actually believe this and go with this. So that's the premise with which I welcome you all for this particular day, and also the journey that we're trying to take together. Thank you again. Let's make best use of this situation. Thank you all.